Deathclaws are one of the many reoccurring creatures in the Falloverse. Despite their longevity, they're something of a mystery. Sure, they're the apex predator, fast and powerful, they're all over the various wastelands, but what can we speculate about the Deathclaw? I have put together a list of behaviors that I have seen across the various Fallout games, combined with in and out of game source material. Where applicable, I will try to make comparisons with real-world examples. Many of such examples will not be perfect, of course. A bit of a disclaimer, but as the title and opener said, almost everything here is entirely speculation. And when it comes to speculative zoology, this focuses more on the ethology side, behavior focus. Combined together, what may be perceived as animal behavior may just be video gaming mechanics. This is a video game series first and foremost. Still, I figured this would be an interesting dive. Let's begin. So the Deathclaw is a pretty social animal. We have seen them bunched up together in a pack through the various games. In particular, we see this most often with Fallout 1, 2, 3, and New Vegas. In 4 and 76, they are typically alone. To further this, we have both in-game dialogue, confirming pack behavior, as well as information gathered through the Fallout Bible. Unsurprisingly, packs appear to form for safety reasons, as do most packs or groups in real life. While any Deathclaw would be able to defend itself from most threats, their young and unhatched are especially vulnerable. And a mother Deathclaw's life is incredibly valuable and must be protected. This has been true for Fallout 1, 2, and New Vegas. Speaking of the mother Deathclaw, the species has been shown to have alpha pack leaders. While Fallout 2 states that the group is primarily ruled by an alpha male, they appear to be more ruled by the alpha pair of the Deathclaw mother and father. We could look at Chomps Lewis's dialogue about needing to kill both of them to remove the entire pack in New Vegas. I will get back to this dialogue a bit later on. For now, let's just say there seems to be dual rulership rather than solitary as Fallout 2 suggests. Now, this is important because information gathered about the Deathclaw as a species in Fallout 2 is filtered, as such information is primarily about the assumingly extinct intelligent Deathclaw. Take, for instance, the dialogue about the Deathclaw's sense of ethics and morality. As a social construct, such may not apply to the broader animistic species, though there are definite cases in reality where there are strict hierarchies within animal groups. Whether such strictness is about functionality or morality is uncertain. Still, any information gathered via the Vault 13 group should be scrutinized and cross-referenced with other source material. Now, while Fallout 2 is best to be scrutinized, it does seem to shed a fair bit of light when weighed against other games, and what we have seen from Deathclaw behavior. Fallout 2 tells us, at least with the intelligent Deathclaws, that the alpha male is the one who decides who can breed, so the pack can survive. It's convenient that the game uses the term pack so often, as it gives us a great real-world example to go by. So the grouped animal behavior with a dominant breeding pair is a feature of canine packs. For example, gray wolves have a dominant mother and father wolf, who are typically the only ones who breed, though in some larger packs there may be other breeding pairs. Likewise, the intelligent Deathclaws are said to treat the whole pack as a singular family unit, even with multiple breeding pairs. That's very much like the gray wolves. If such applies to the non-intelligent Deathclaws isn't entirely certain, but it seems likely based on what's presented in Fallout 1 and New Vegas. Deathclaws are highly territorial creatures. They seem to prefer dark, enclosed environments to lay their eggs, likely for safety reasons. We have seen this with basements of warehouses, caves, and underground systems, though sometimes they may choose to take up an open area such as Quarry Junction or Deathclaw Island. I said I'd get back to this dialogue. Chomps Lewis will emphasize that the mother Deathclaw will simply select a new breeding partner if the alpha male dies. This may suggest that there are a number, if small, of non-related males in the pack if inbreeding avoidance is a consideration. This may mean that male Deathclaws are allowed in an established territory on a potential case-by-case basis. Likewise, the intelligent mother Deathclaw in Fallout 2 tells the Chosen One that there are other mothers in the pack that will take turns breeding with other males after her eggs hatch. In addition, she claims that another mother will take her place if she dies. This is, of course, a special bit of information that may need to be examined more closely. After all, the Vault 13 group is full of Enclave experiment escapees. If this applies to non-intelligent Deathclaws is uncertain. Maybe, with non-intelligent Deathclaws, there are backup females, like the mother Deathclaw appears to have backup males. That said, it's notable that Chomps Lewis doesn't say anything about the alpha male taking a new mate if you kill the mother. As stated, a lot of the games emphasize the Deathclaws' pack nature. When we encroach on their territory in-game, we typically encounter them in large, dangerous numbers. However, that's not usually the case when we find them out in the wild. Usually there's only one or two at best. It's possible that the Deathclaws hunt individually rather than as a group, which makes sense. Canine packs hunt in groups to increase their chances of taking down large prey. Deathclaws don't need such advantages. They're more than capable of taking down almost anything themselves. There are some exceptions. Behemoths are obvious. Heavily armed supermutants or humans would be another issue, but those are such niche considerations. In addition, Fallout 4 has a special encounter of two Deathclaws fighting. They could be fighting for food, dominance to breed, or perhaps as two hunting Deathclaws from rival packs that found each other. Maybe one stumbled upon another pack's territory. That said, offsprings of wolf packs may leave their families to start their own or join another. The lone wolf. This is also possibly true for Deathclaws as well. Potentially, it's more likely a female Deathclaw leaves their pack to start a new one than males do. We do often find relatively empty locations with a single mother Deathclaw and their egg, such as Fallout 1 or the Fallout 4 egg quest. Of course, this assumes that Fallout 2's multiple mother situation is more of a rarity. After all, the mother Deathclaw in New Vegas seems less expendable than the alpha male based on Chomps Lewis's dialogue. If not, then perhaps female Deathclaws also search for established packs to join. There is some real-world basis for this. The African wild dog female offspring will leave their pack to go find a male-only pack to join. Still, it may be possible that both male and female Deathclaws leave when reaching sexual maturity. In Fallout 4, we can find alpha Deathclaws and matriarch Deathclaws roaming the map. How much of this is simple, unimportant flavored text is not fully certain. These name differences do come with design differences, however. In 4, a lot of this applies to horns. Matriarch horns curve out and down, and alphas curve forward and up, giving them a much more demonic presentation. There's a number of Deathclaw designs in 4 with a ton of level dependence, as is the case with Gunners, Raiders, and Supermutants. That said, going back to New Vegas, horn emphasis appears to be a common thing among alphas and mothers. In New Vegas, the alphas have thicker horns than the common Deathclaw, while the mother has horns that go backwards and up. Perhaps horns are just the attractive feature. The mother is also noticeably larger. Whether that's a common trait among highly successful mothers who last a long time and lay many eggs, or is highly well fed, or is a mutation from the master's refining, or simply a rarity and holds little bearing beyond interesting design choice, isn't certain. That said, it's worth mentioning that the alpha male, while seemingly slightly shorter than the Deathclaw mother, is also much larger than the rest of the pack. Still, in a number of species, females are larger than males. It's common among insects and fish. For the Jackson's chameleon, the emphasis is on the horns. Go figure. The males have 3 horns, while the females only have 1. If we use that as our basis, it's more than likely rarity, nutrition, or just a design choice. Again, the alpha male is also noticeably large, even if slightly shorter than the mother. Ultimately, the speculation is that Deathclaws are a pack animal that choose to hunt alone, due to it being unnecessary to have multiple hunting partners. It would be a waste of resources. They could bring down prey on their own and bring it back to their territory to share their food. Being territorial and protective creatures, the pack does emphasize protecting their unhatched, young, and mothers. They have a number of adult Deathclaws guarding the territory even in the very first game, and such has existed in a number of games since then. It's just speculation, but not without real-life examples, that sexually mature offspring may lead to form or join new packs. Whether it's mostly males or females that leave is uncertain. Finally, the role of the breeding pair appears to be similar to wolves and their family units. Design suggestions seem to put an importance on large horns, but it's unclear if it's merely just the design choice or an actual attractive feature. What do you think? Do you have your own ideas on Deathclaw behavior? Share your thoughts in a comment below. A very special thanks to my channel members, especially the Members Thrice Over members like That Crazy Game Developer and Denny McPhee. If you wish to support me and join as well, I'd be more than happy. Otherwise, like, share, subscribe, all that typical YouTube stuff. Thank you. Have a good one.